All right. Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on? We're back. We are back. Had a brief hiatus. Had some dinner. Ooh, I forgot to set out Halloween candy. Ooh. 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 Hmm. How do we handle that? I don't know. We'll see. I probably just won't hear anyone anyway. Anyway, I digress, my friends. We are back on Colorado Rockies MLB The Show franchise rebuild season 1. Last episode of season 1. And as the title would suggest, we are fighting. That's also why I don't want people coming knocking on the door, because it drives my dog crazy. Anyway, we're 4.5 games out. We started last month only a game and a half out, so we ended up dropping 3 games in that span. We are on a 6-game losing streak, which is less than ideal. Played well in our division. Well enough. Home we're okay. Away, okay. Oh, we're a sub 500 team. It is what it is. But the good news is that we have a beatable schedule coming up, right? Toronto is right at 500, a little bit over. Arizona's sub 500. San Francisco's way below 500. Chicago's under 500. Giants again. Padres almost 10 games above 500. Cubs. And we have to face the Dodgers, which sucks because they're crushing it. And they just won the World Series. IRL. So, I don't know. We could make up ground. We could not. Who knows? Who knows? Around us, we have to get past the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. We face the Diamondbacks just once. Just once. So if we sweep the Diamondbacks here, that will be crucial. So obviously, one of these games we're going to play. And then the other one, I think we go and we try and take one of these games from the Dodgers. It'll be incredibly difficult. I believe we lost to them last time we tried to play them. But I think that's our best shot. Oh, wait, they're both in division. So we're supposed to do one in division, one out of division game. Let's try to beat the Cubs. At Chicago. No. At home. Because Arizona's away. All right, so there's the plan. We're going to play Arizona away. We're going to play the Cubs at home. The rest is up to the baseball gods. And we'll see how the team performs. Let's just take a quick look at the lineups. Overall, we're hitting pretty well. Looks like Ryan McMahon leading the way with 22 homers, only a 247 at batting average. I would like to see that climb, but he's getting better against lefties. Just the vision's really low, so a lot of swing and miss. I'm sure his strikeout rate's kind of high. He has 160 strikeouts a month left into the season. Not ideal. Brendan Rodgers looking pretty good. And then our free agent pickup, Hunter Renfroe, is actually solid. 266 batting average, 317 on base, slugging over 500 with an OPS around 860. That's not bad for a 31-year-old free agent that we picked up midseason. Ezekiel Tofar, I think it's actually pronounced Tofar. Getting a little bit better, struggling against lefties. Chris Bryant looking solid. Not great, but solid. And then Drew Romo. We brought him up from Double-A because our starting catcher, whose name I'm forgetting because I'm an idiot, he's up here. He's technically improving, but he's not hitting well. So what are you going to do? That's the lineup. Pitching We have Lucas Giolito, who we picked up via trade in before the trade deadline. He has been pitching a solid 3.66 with a 1.18 whip, incredibly low, looking real good. Honestly, looking really, really good. Happy to have him. Followed by Jermaine Marquez. Jermaine. Just under a 4, a 1.29 whip. Not too bad. He's improving quite a bit. And then we have Flexen, Lambert, and who are over a 4 ERA, and Austin Gomber, who's holding his own despite being absolute terrible ratings-wise. It's kind of shocking that a 70 overall can pitch a 3.85 or A2 ERA. Down in the bullpen, things are looking a little tough. Kyle Freeland just does not have it this year. But Dinelson Lamet, who we also got before the trade deadline, is looking good. 3.13 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. And on the back end, Matt Koch and Justin Lawrence are really solid back end relievers. Like Matt Koch, for a 66 overall, is doing about as well as you can expect. Same with Justin Lawrence. They're hanging in there. I feel good. So with that, let's go ahead and get this started. Who are we going to pitch with? Let's get through. Oh, I forgot. We have to do September call-ups. We have to pick up 2 new players. I'm worried because why would Chase Dollander at single A not progress at all? That's frustrating. That means it says his overall is going up, but none of his ratings are going up, at least on here, so I don't know what that's about. I think he started at a 70 overall, so I don't know why it's not reflecting, but I don't know. It's a video game. Stuff happens. Senzatella, maybe we could have brought him up, but he's injured. Down here, I don't see anything spectacular. No. Okay, relief pitching. Daniel Bard looking good. However, what are these numbers? Regressing at an astounding pace. I don't feel confident in that. Justin Brewhill, though, holy. He's looking pretty solid with a .52 ERA and a .69 WHIP. How is he not a minor league all-star? That's kind of crazy. I think we need to, let's get him. And our 40 man is full. Okay. Tommy Doyle, you're off the 40 man. Evan Justice is off the 40 man. Noah Davis is off the 40 man. Gavin Hollowell is off the 40 man. Anyone that is not at a major league level and does not have Elite C potential is gone from the 40 man. Okay. Why does it say that Indians currently have the maximum number of players on waivers? That is weird. Can I just release them? No. We're not the Indians. What a weird game. Anyway, back to it. Justin Brewhill. Welcome to the show, my friend. Let's get Phineas Del Bonta Smith. You're now up at AAA. Tyler gets to move up to AA. Elias Diaz, of course, that's who was injured and missing. Still out another 1 to 2 months. Having a solid season. Got hit hard with a dislocated shoulder. We have no other catchers that can hit the ball. So sometimes first baseman play catcher. Any of those guys in here? No. Wait, Harold Castro can hit the ball. I think he was the guy I was just trying to get rid of. But he can hit the ball. Let's move him. Yeah. Why did I not notice this before? 85 contact versus righties. I'm an idiot. Michael Toglia. Why is he down in AAA? I feel like I did not make these decisions at the beginning of the season. I don't know. I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's 28 men on the roster. Perfect. Where is AAA lacking? Why they're 22 out of 26? Who are we missing on AAA? Look at Zach Veen progressing quite a bit. Let's do this. Let's get both these guys. Let's see. We need to fill some spots. Let's get Jordan Beck up to AAA as well as Nico Decolati. And we will move Zach Veen and Youngquel Fernandez up to AA. Get them a month of some work at the minors. They should do well. Okay. So there's our September call-ups. And let's go down to the AA to make sure that these guys are, in fact, playing. They'll be in left and right. Sure, Zach Veen, you can play center. And then there we go. Okay. The rest of them, I don't really care. But in our lineup, who do we got at first base? Chris Bryant, yeah, you can stay. What other play? Oh, you play like every position. Second, third, short. Nice. All right. So we got a good bench bat and someone who can play the entire infield and outfield. Okay. I'm right with that. Now, with that said, let's progress. We start off only winning 1 of 3 against Toronto. Not good. Not good. Okay. And we are going to hop in here with Peter Lambert, trying to win at least 1 game versus the Diamondbacks. But I gotta be real honest. It's the playoff potential is not looking great. Looks like Brendan Rodgers is a little tired. Let's give him a rest and let's throw in Harold Castro. I can't believe I didn't see this guy's contact versus righties. Never mind, because we're facing a left-handed pitcher. So Brendan Rodgers it is. We need to win games. I'm sorry if you're tired, but you got to come off the bench. You got to get in the game, son. All right. Facing off against Tyler Gilbert. He's got a cutter, a 4-seam, a 2-seam, a 12-6, and a splitter. Just all the fastballs in the world. And he starts us off with a curve. We kind of bump that out into right field. We're going to move the camera, though.
Batting second, the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
There we go. Now we can see the bases, see who's on base. All right, Brendan Rodgers. We're a little early on the 2-seam. Oh, look at that. A line out. Sick. So far, Gilbert is missing big with the 12-6. So that might be a pitch that we look to target. Good pitch on the outside of the plate. That one a bit high. Pitch number 3 of the at-bat coming in. Cutter, middle of the plate, and we hit it right to the center fielder. Not going to be able to advance the runner. I mean, they never send the runner at first, never like backtracks to tag up. So what are you going to do? I mean, Gilbert is getting so lucky. He has thrown some pitches dead center, and we've had good timing on them, and we're just not squaring them up. Same with that one. A little bit up in the zone, but not even really on the black. So, I mean, that should be hittable. So we go quietly. We leave a man on first, and now we're going to see what Peter Lambert can do. Start off with a nice swing and miss on that fastball down in the zone. Little chopper to third is fielded cleanly. And a good throw to first. Jace Peterson having a decent season here. 229. Good utility player. Used to play for the A's. Now here, of course, with the Diamondbacks. I want to say he's been there 2-3 years now. Oh my God, what a beautiful curveball that just misses. Could have easily gotten the call. We go follow that up with a fastball inside, and Peterson pops it up and is fouled out.
No strike.
Kind of having to force Lambert into the zone, being a little bit risky with where we're calling for these pitches. Now we pretty much have to challenge with the fastball, pretty close to dead center. That one is hit right to Rogers, who overthrows. Great play by the catcher, honestly, behind the plate to be there to collect that one. And now Adam Duvall up. He cranked a home run in our last meeting. Really punished us. Gets an unfortunate call there, though. And then a nice swing and miss to finish that one out. So, not quite a 1-2-3 inning. A little exhaustive. We got close to about 15 pitches. But all in all, not a bad start. Each team with a hit, but no runs. Charlie Blackmon, 2017 batting title. Faces franchise for a long time. We will keep him on the roster no matter what. Cutter there. We're just a bit late on that one. Been a little early, actually. We've had good timing on pretty much every contact swing we've made. That one, ground ball right to second base. Fielded cleanly, and there's out number 1. That one a little high, Topher. I don't know if we want to bald head cam. I love leaning it so you guys can really see freckles on the top of my head. But we'll see what you can do here. Oh, a little chopper. Gilbert got there. The flip to first, and that is out number 2.
The first baseman, number
So tempting to go back to PCI hitting, but I really like the unreliability. I think that adds a little bit more realism, a little bit more depth. So would Chris Bryant hitting a home run. Low outfield here at Diamondback Stadium. I've actually been here quite a few times. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. And they have a pretty nice stadium. As Bryant takes a hack at a cutter up and on the outside of the plate. Pretty well in the zone, but a little bit late on that. Pushes it out and does not have the opposite field power. So it ends up just being a fly out. And now Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at the plate.
No, that's a ball.
21 home runs this year. That's not bad.
That's the ball.
If I remember right, he has like a crazy lefty-right, like lefty-righty split.
All three.
Let's take a look. Am I going crazy? I am going crazy. He does lack quite a bit of power versus lefties compared to righties. But still a solid bat.
3-1.
We're going to just rocket some fastballs and kind of hope for the best here. Don't really want to give up a walk, and we will not. So far there.
Yep, he's out.
Clean fielding and throw.
batting sixth, the designated hitter,
And now Jock Peterson.
Peterson.
1-0.
Kind of forgot he was on the Diamondbacks. We're going to see if we can set him up inside. And then we're going to go with a changeup away. See if we can fool him here.
Nope, that's a
Doesn't
win.
bite. Gets a hold of the fastball, but it is just a fly out to Jonathan Daza. Not a whole lot of action so far.
No ball. 1 strike.
Pitching's been solid.
1 and 2.
Ooh. Hack there on the slider. Let's go back inside hard with the fastball. Actually manages to fight that one off, but Hunter is there. Catch is made. And we are on to inning
Leading off
number 3.
The left fielder, number 32, Hunter Renfroe.
There we go. I was about to say, if Gilbert keeps throwing pitches down the middle or just, really hittable pitches well in the zone, there's no reason why we shouldn't come out of here with a win.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 8.
He's been filling up the strike zone, which is, kind of what you want to do, but they're not exactly, I was about to say, not exactly the most competitive pitch. That pitch dotted on the lower outside part of the plate. Could argue it's a ball, but that is baseball.
That's the ball. 1 and 1.
Okay. Definitely a 50-50 ball there. Oh, okay. And Drew Romo fights off the inside cutter. There's the catcher coming in with a hit. Hitting below that Mendoza line of 200.
Number 6,
And the rookie's hyped.
Jonathan
Due to injury, he got brought up from Double-A all the way to the majors. Oh, is that one going to fall? It's not. So, that's a big jump. That was a big jump. And he's not been great, but we really just don't have many options.
Roger.
Coming to the heart of our lineup, we have 1 out. We have our best bats coming. We have 2 on. You got to think that we can score a run here. I think we're going to be able to run on this. We do, and he's out by a mile. Who is playing right field? Holy. Was that Loris? I mean, I don't see anyone with like 90 arm. That was just a crazy accurate throw, and I guess Hunter just doesn't have. Hunter doesn't have the wheels to leg that one out, as we get a pretty bad call there.
One strike.
And by pretty bad, I mean that was a bad call. Missed by inches. And inches is a lot in baseball. Fire a fastball down the middle. Less than ideal. Let's put one up here on top of the zone. Spits on it, and then we come back with a slider. Spin it to win it. Oh. Hit on a liner.
The shortstop.
But great reaction time from Brendan Rodgers. And that is a clean out.
Oh, two.
Liking the curveball, though. I feel like we relied on that a lot with Lambert in his last outing. Almost feel like it was the same matchup, too. So both teams just relatively weak contact. Not a lot of guys on base so far. Kind of a slow game, pitching dominated, but both pitchers, not exactly delivering the craziest pitch performance. It's just we're unable to barrel them when we need them. We're also getting some less than ideal calls. Some balls that should be strikes and strikes that should be balls. I think that might be our first time seeing the splitter today. This is outside. Nolan Jones with a chopper up the middle. Fielded by a second baseman, but Jones is able to leg that one out. We pick up our fourth hit of the game. Let's see if we can actually do something with it. Good timing. Now Gilbert's starting to rein it in a little bit. Like really kind of living on the black. That one, though, barreled. It's not quite enough. We're definitely getting the timing down on these pitches. Virtually every contacted swing has been good timing. Just a matter of getting them to hit some grass. Baseball God's not with us right now. Charlie Blackmon showing a lot of patience this year, tied for 9th in the AL in walks. It's a good stat to have. Gilbert is really worried about Nolan stealing second there. Oh my God. Please just pitch the ball. He does a little step out pitch out into no man's land, but caught. That one, I guess, just a little bit late. Finally, we go for the steal, and that does get us a man on second. 13th stolen base of the year for Nolan Jones. And a little blooper, doesn't land. All right, so again, we go quietly leaving a man on base. I'm anticipating at some point Lambert's going to get hit around. Arizona doesn't have the most talented lineup in the league, but we've had some very, very hittable balls. All in all, being pretty efficient. 47 pitches through 3 1/3. That is solid. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, though. And Christian Walker gets into this one, but ultimately Hunter Renfroe is going to grab that. Warning track power.
Center fielder, Adam.
Just not quite enough to pull it over the left field fence. Got to be real careful around Duvall.
1-1.
He's punished us in previous games this season. I think we can get him with this curveball. We'll go back to it one more time. Takes a hack at but misses, and now I think we follow that up with a nice hard fastball up and out. Money. We don't get the call. Pretty close. He does bite on the changeup. That's a ground out. So, I mean, somehow we've managed to go 4 with a no-hitter.
Leading off for Colorado, the first baseman, number 20.
So I guess we got that going. It just doesn't feel like it, I guess. I don't know why. I think that's the second or third time we've just hit a ball directly into the ground and just pushed it right back up the middle.
Number 32,
That's one way to do it.
Hunter Renfroe.
Good timing. Another fly out. Another good timing hit. It says just late. Maybe we need to just eat some pitches here. I'm not sure, but I mean, he's given us very hittable pitches. And we get a perfect, and it's
The center fielder,
snagged down the line.
Jonathan.
That's MLB The Show, right? A perfect line out. Cut it right down the middle. Ooh. Jonathan Daza was on that one. That one might have at least had a chance to get to the wall if we would have straightened that one out a little bit. Oh. Actually a very good curveball. We haven't seen that pitch much today. And there's one out to the gap. Finally, that one's going to roll to the wall. Jonathan Daza should have an RBI double here. Surrender is going first to home. And Colorado finally gets a lead. There's a perfect. I knew if we just, I mean, what are you going to do? You get pitches down the middle, you got to swing at them. Gilbert's still showing quite a bit of stamina and confidence despite, I don't want to say getting hit around because we haven't scored a lot, but we're getting at least 1 or 2 hits every inning. We're just not capitalizing. Lambert's going to continue on his no-hit bid here. I guess technically it's also a perfect game, right? I don't believe we've walked a batter. And there's out number 1 here in the 5th. Oh, but a man has reached on an error. That's right. So it is not a perfect game because a runner did reach on an error. But we're almost through 5 with a no-hit bid. It'll probably have to be a combined no-hitter as Lambert doesn't have the best stamina. And also I just expect one of these pitches to get rocketed out of the stadium. Not out of the stadium, but... Oh, you run, Jonathan! That one was close. Well struck ball. The no-hitter remains intact. Pitch number 66. There we go. I think we give it to him again. Third time's the charm. It is not. The no-hit bid is over. 5 2/3 hitless is definitely not a bad outing so far. But can we get a double here? I guess we don't need to, right? All right, so they finally break through. They get their first hit of the game here in the 5th. I've actually sat, I think, pretty close to these seats before. All right, so we got 1 run across in the last inning. Let's see if we can continue that success. Gilbert has been offering up plenty of hittable pitches like that. We just can't seem to find a lot of grass with them. Or we can do it with 1 or 2 batters, but then can't connect to drive anyone home. But timing has been really good today. I'll say that much. Gilbert doesn't have exactly like the craziest stuff, so it hasn't been too hard to track these. Doesn't have crazy velo or any crazy break, but there's our 1 hit for this inning. Would love to see if we can follow it up with another 1 or 2.
The designated hitter, Charlie Blackman.
Blackman with a pop up or a pop out and a ground out so far in this one. Oh, just a little dribbler. It goes foul. Way early on that cutter. Now down 0-2. Reached way down for that fastball. And here we go again. On pace to leave another runner on base. And we do just that.
He's out.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks, the shortstop.
I would say maybe we need to be more patient, but I mean, we've been hitting squaring the ball up really well. Just sometimes they just don't hit grass. We'll get a righty and a lefty warming up here. Lambert's almost out of energy, approaching 75 pitches here.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nope, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3.
Missing quite a bit on the curve. That's been kind of the go-to pitch. And there we get a strikeout.
right fielder, number 8, Dominic.
Now out. I think we can probably get him for one more batter. So our bullpen arms are getting warm. Oh, Hunter, I misjudged your speed. He's going for 3. Tofar, cutoff throw to McMahon, and he is out. What are you doing, brother? Maybe a bit of a misplay
No ball. 1 strike.
in the outfield by Hunter, not taking the best angle to the ball,
That's the ball.
but gets away with it. Good cutoff throw, and then Tofar follows that one up with a relatively accurate throw to third. McMahon gets the tag for the out. And we might be able to get Lambert through this inning. We do.
You're out.
Hey, buddy. Oh, Brickham. Brickham. Oh, come back. Come back. Oh, he's got his toy. Oh, he's a good boy.
Your
Oh.
attention, please. Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 35.
He wants his dinner. You still have an hour until dinner time.
Fly.
All right, so looking at the matchups following, I think righty's going to be the way to go. So Jake Bird coming in next. Now we're facing Joe Mantiply. Sinker, curve, change, and four-seamer. Not a ton of velocity to deal with.
You're out.
A little bit early on the changeup.
Oh, and 1.
There's a sinker. Kind of crept in on us there. Way too late, and Renfro whiffs.
Oh, 2.
So the sinker and the changeup basically look identical out of the hand. And the curveball. What in the world? Our curveball did not lift at all. Okay, early. All right, so a little bit difficult at bat, having a little bit harder of a time reading Mantiply as opposed to Gilbert. Very interesting pitcher. Like all of his pitches look the exact same coming out of the hand. But Drew Romo, the young rookie catcher, gets hold of that one. He's having a 2 for 3 day, 2 for 4. So we get a man on with 2 outs. So maybe we're looking at a 2-out rally.
1 and 0.
Jonathan Daza having to dive out of the way. We're not necessarily the best against lefties, and we've only faced lefty pitching today. Oh, please land. Yes! That one is fair. Jonathan Daza rounding first, headed to second. Cutoff throw comes in. And oh my God, what are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7-minute
Romo goes for gold, trying to go first to home. Ends up getting thrown out by a mile. You know, I love to say it, less than ideal.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 59.
Wife wants to know, start Stroud against the Jets or Cousins versus the Cowboys. I'm going to say Cousins versus the Cowboys. I'm sorry. Wife is a Cowboys fan. They're having a tough year. But, I mean, what are you going to do? If they're not playing well,
No ball. One strike.
Chiefs offense, or not Chiefs, Jets offense has been terrible. But their defense has been solid. So I think you go with the better matchup there. There we go.
Now back.
Jake Bird starting off the bottom of the 7th with a strikeout.
You ball.
0-1.
Glad we've held him in check. He's been the real power hitter for this team this year. Now he is 0 for 3. I mean, we have had the D-backs number this game. Despite our hitting woes and leaving at least one man stranded, I think, every inning. You know, we're at least getting hits. But Jake Bird looking solid. I think we're going to leave him in for the 8th. He's looking really good.
Your attention.
And then let's get Justin Lawrence, the closer, warmed up.
Number
And let's see if we can get this out of a safe situation.
Nelson.
0-1. One ball. No strike.
This game is entirely too close. We are one swing away
One ball.
from being tied up. We have yet to really face anyone with any good velocity. Oh! There goes the home run ball that's just foul.
Now batting.
Pulled the trigger a little bit too late on that one.
Nolan Jones.
Way too late. I'm going to go down swinging. Uh-oh. Nolan Jones! It is high! It is deep! It's gone! Off of the right fielder's glove and over the fence. Jones just ekes that one out and gives us a slim 2-run lead here in the top of the 8th. You love to see it. McMahon pops up. Looks like Peterson is going to be able to field that one. Now with 2 outs. It's up to Charlie Blackmon to come in and maybe get a 2-out rally started.
Two balls.
Okay.
No strike.
So far, not really getting challenged.
3 balls. No strike.
And with a chance at an easy walk, we're going to put up the stop sign. No swing. We're going to give him one more. That should have been ball 4.
3 balls.
I mean, it's just on the black, but still. Oh, all right. So another just a really underwhelming inning. Frustrating to see. Uh-oh. Run, Jonathan Daza, run! Run! Caught. That one was really close.
Strike one.
Let's go Bird. 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 Any Bambi fans out there? Bird. Rogers under this one should be out number 2. Still an incredibly close game. Bloop and a blast from Arizona, and we are tied. Oh, but we're not going to get it here. Bird is able to snag that one. The throw to first is clean. We are on to the ninth again, trying to extend our lead, get this out of a save situation.
Number 38.
The difference between a 2-run lead and a 3-run lead is astounding in terms at least of confidence. We got to sit back on that one just a little bit more. We'll schedule Lawrence, the closer, to come in, wrap this game up, hopefully. Paul Sewald gives us a cookie down the middle. They may be in our head about it. Swing in for the fences on a high fastball. Luckily, we sit on the third pitch below the zone. And then reach out for that one. Not the best at bat there from Tofar.
Now batting, the first baseman, Chris Bryant.
First time seeing a righty today. We're not reading it very well. Been all over the place. All right. Work ourselves ahead in this count now. They're on the fastball just a little late. We got really lucky there on a really bad call from Blue. Doesn't matter. We pop up another one. Chris Bryant wasn't even headed for first.
Now batting, left fielder, Hunter.
I don't appreciate that lack of effort. Come on, Hunter. Good pitch to sit on. Oh, that's a hittable fastball well in the zone. We're just a bit late on it. And there's the end of the ninth. 10 hits on the day, only 2 runs. It's tough to see. So, Lawrence comes in. Bald head cam.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Colorado, number 61.
I like to lean in here, really focus in
Lawrence.
these close games. You guys get the best view in the house. Look at that. Look how shiny.
Now batting, the right fielder, Dominic.
I'm even a bit fuzzy. Need to shave. Give me a dot. Meow. Ooh.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, James Peterson.
And now it's all up to Jace Peterson here. Good eye on those first 2 pitches. And then line out to third. Rockies win a close one. Although, will it be enough? We've already lost 4 out of our first 6 games, 7 games. So, Peter Lambert, the starter, gets a player of the game, goes 6 innings, only allowing 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no earned.
For the Diamondbacks, no run.
I mean, just so much contact this game. So much good contact this game. But just not able to really land it in grass. 10 hits, though. So yeah, 2, 4. So we've only won 2 out of our last 6. We're now 6 games back. We're going to have to go on a crazy run here. San Francisco. Did we win this one? We did not. So we can't even beat a series against a far easier opponent, at least I thought. Now we'll play a game at home versus the Cubbies. We'll hop in here with Flexen. See if we could take out the Cubs at home. Our last played game. I feel like I need... Where can I move my camera where it makes the most sense? Maybe bottom left? No. Let's try bottom left. Let's see how that goes. All right. Anyone we want to see, really? Not really. Our last played home game. No one really needs a rest. We'll just work with what we got. It's 2 just vastly mediocre teams facing off. What time is it? 5? We might be able to dive into the off-season, actually, this episode. Or we might save it.
Tonight for the Cubs,
we'll see.
The second baseman, Nico.
All right. Let's see what Flexen can do. Relatively young pitcher for us. B potential. Looking for at least some development, right? If we're not going to make the playoffs, which at this point we're halfway through the month, we're 6 games back, we would have to win out, and the Diamondbacks would have to absolutely, collapse at an epic level for us to actually have a chance at the wild card. So, seems like the wild card is out of our hands at this point. So what are we looking for? We're looking for guys that are progressing, that are ready to play next year and continue to improve. That's the goal. And we're seeing that here with Flexen. Quick 3 outs. 1, 2, 3 inning to start us off. And let's see if we can give these fans something to cheer about. Last game, not great. Put up 10 hits, but only 2 runs with a lot of stuff like this. Pitches right down the middle. Hit for good timing. And just don't end up touching grass. All right. Just kidding. That's another line out. We're hitting the ball so well. But it's just not landing in grass. It's the worst feeling. But we're getting there. Cutter right down the middle. Popped up foul. All right. Gotta love baseball, man. I will say with Flexen, this fastball, he already has tremendous control over it.
1-1.
And when you can reliably, like when you say, okay, it's a full count, 2-2, I really got to get something in the zone. So good to have a pitch like that. And it gives me a lot of confidence pitching with him as well. Spin a change up here. Oh my God, that is so unbelievably close. And now here's one of those full counts I was talking about. We know we can dot one up. We can be really aggressive with our pitch location. And there's another strikeout. We could go
No, that's low.
probably as high as like 60-70% fastballs and still have relatively good success, I think. Maybe not there though. Saya Suzuki
No.
is able to hit that one out to the gap and left,
The left fielder, number 8.
and that is
Cat.
a triple.
1-1.
Didn't really miss too bad on that fastball. Just a well hit ball. What are you gonna do? Fouling off absolutely everything. Let's go with the curve.
Whoa. Down.
My God, how many pitches has this so far been? A 9-pitch at bat. There we go. Finally get him to pop up. Suzuki's going to hold it third.
The designated hitter, Christopher
Let's see if we can
Terrell.
Flexa can get out of this without giving up a run.
Yeah.
I don't absolutely love that location, but if batters aren't going to swing at it, we'll take it. Give me that. Damn it. How about inside? Oh my God, dude. What is this hit per 9? 54. That would explain why these guys are just constantly making contact on everything. Making us work for everything. There we go. Finally. Sits on a curveball. Watches that go for strike 3. I think that's strikeout number 3 so far.
For the Rockies,
Hi. Yes.
the third baseman,
It's not your dinner time.
McMahon.
All right, offense. Let's see what we can do here. A little early on the sinker. Then chopper to second.
He's out.
Good timing. Early.
He's out.
What?
Ball,
What?
that's out.
Oh, are you just being such a good boy? Oh, such a good boy.
Hey.
Yeah. You're on the internet now. Congratulations. Waiting patiently for his dinner. So we foul off a cutter. Oh! Down the third base line. Oh my God, that's fair. That hit the wall. It's going to be a double. Wow. That was an absolute rocket. A liner from Hunter down the third base line. That was almost a home run. Jesus Christ. All right, Tofar. Bring him on, baby. Shit. Maybe should have swung at that one. Late on that sinker. If you can get under a sinker, those are really, at least in MLB The Show, I feel like you hit a sinker well, sinkers and cutters just fly out of the ballpark. So maybe miss an opportunity there, but we get back into it. Counts even at 2-2. Good slider. Tons of bite. And that gets Tovar swinging.
Leading off for the Cubs, the third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
Still
That's a ball.
being really efficient despite some pitches, some at-bats getting really deep on him. But locating really, really well. I think we've had one fastball that got hit pretty hard. But other than that, it's been a pretty good outing so far for Flexen.
Oh.
Jan Gomes next up at bat.
0-1's the count.
Watches a fastball low go for strike one.
Nope, that's a ball.
Is it though,
One ball, one strike.
Is it? Basically just keeping everything low right now.
Nope, that's foul.
And then hopefully we can dot something up and in. Either freeze him or he hits a rocket out to the wall. Renfroe in pursuit though. And caught. Very dangerous. We got 6-mile-per-hour winds coming in.
Ball.
So that gives us a little bit of leeway to be aggressive in the zone without hopefully giving up any home runs. That one though finally hit some grass. That's going to be a single for Nico Horner. But Flexen has been very efficient, on point so far today. So I'm not too worried. And there we go. Leaves a man on. 2 hits for the Rockies, 1 for the Cubbies, but no score for both teams.
Got him.
Romo finally above 200. He's been swinging the bat pretty well. Last game we played, I think he went 2 for 4, 2 for 5, somewhere around there. Which, given his ratings of 42 across the board,
That's ball 2.
I think you got to be pretty happy with hitting 210 right now.
The center fielder, number 6,
Still has a long way to develop.
Daza.
Nope, that's inside.
Daza leading the team in average with 313. Gets onto the inside cutter there, but cannot get it to land. Not a huge crowd out here today in Colorado. Quite a few empty seats. Team's been a little disappointing this year. We were in it for quite a long time.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
But just couldn't make anything happen.
That's a ball.
Lost some steam
Counts 1-0.
towards the end of the season. But we're still fighting.
Got him. Hey!
Including Flexen, just absolutely dealing today. Maybe not with that one, though. That one gets through. Good effort on the dive. If we can get the hit per 9 up on Flexen, I think he will be a very, very good piece of our rotation. His fastball is only going to get better. And right now, that is a pretty potent pitch. We can run it up to 93 and locate it pretty much exactly where we want it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And then if we can just develop a secondary pitch, like maybe the curveballs has put away a pitch, or like combination of like curveball, fastball, he could be really good. He could be really good. I mean, we get a pitch right down the middle. First pitch swinging for Charlie Blackmon. And once again,
the right fielder,
good timing. We just cannot barrel it. Nolan Jones, though, hits a rocket down the third base line. That one's going to roll all the way to the corner. Jones has good speed. Now it's going to be a stand-up double for the young man. Problem is, once we get past like the 4th, 5th batter, we really don't have a lot of guys that we can rely on to drive home runs. We hit for contact.
He's safe.
What the hell was that? What did I just see? My man's teleporting. Oh, I love video games. Oh, man. That's funny. All right, Brendan Rodgers, what do you say? Oh, that was through the gap. Jones, rounding third, headed for home. The throw to the plate is offline. And Colorado has the lead. Oh, that one also is going to get through. Playing some small ball. Hunter coming in. Hitting that one right back up the middle where it came from. Now we got a little 2-out rally going. 2 on, 2 out. Tofar starting off ahead in the count. You gotta like where this is going. Not on that one though. Beautiful slider. Oh, brother. Right down the middle and skied straight up into the air. Caught for out number 3. 2 runners are stranded, but we strike. We get our first run of the game.
The designated hitter, Christopher Morel.
And now let's see if Flexen can continue. I don't want to say dominate, because we've given up some hits. Not a ton of strikeouts, but no runs. So, and to me, what's more important is no, like, mistake pitches. That one, pretty close to center. We've seen the curveball be a little bit all over the place. But for the most part, we've seen pretty consistent pitches that are challenging the batters on the edge of the zone, which is where you want to be. Like that one, bad pitch. We got pretty lucky there. But that one, a rarity. Pitch number 69. Nice. Ends up getting fouled away. And we get a swing and miss on the curveball. Or, sorry, on the changeup, rather.
The catcher, Jan Gomes.
Beautiful. We just have to keep doing that. Locate well.
Nope. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Set up those off-speed pitches. There we go. Looking real good. Stamina's getting low, but I think we leave him in. He's just pitched really well. Allowing 3 hits and 5 without an earned run is a pretty solid outing at the MLB level. I'll say that. Oh, brother, you gotta hit that one out of the park. Fuck.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, that's just a tough pitch combination.
Now batting, catcher.
Just missed that slider that was right down the middle. Just a little bit late on it. All right, got a little bit lucky there. That one wasn't snagged.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Oh, man. Good timing. Cutter just a bit low. Okay, cutter sinker. Look pretty similar. And that slider is good. Mr. Javier Assad. I'd be throwing that splitter a lot more. Or the slider. But Jonathan Daza trying to get a 2-out rally going here. Singles. Pulls that slider down the third base line. Now Charlie Blackmon entering the heart of our order. Nope, I think there's our first trick-or-treater at the door. You're not getting anything, buddy. Come on, Blackmon. No. Tough line out there. Flexman? Or Flexman? Flexen. Basically on cruise control. Uh-oh. Run, Hunter, run! Good snag there. Yikes. That curveball, pretty much right down the middle. Got a little bit lucky that one wasn't just destroyed, but we'll take it. Oh my god, my dog's gonna bark all night because these trick-or-treaters. At least I'm assuming that's what that is. I'm assuming that's a home run! Nolan Jones knocks it out of the park. Second game we played. Second one with the home run from Nolan Jones. Looking for him to really, really be like the heart of our lineup.
0-2 is the count. Nope, outside.
We just need to see a little bit more of that. McMahon as well, leading the team in home runs. But you can tell we really got to work on our ability to hit the ball with power when our leading home run hitter has 22 home runs. That's not a lot by most MLB standards nowadays. All-Star of the Year, Brendan Rodgers. Not looking quite like an all-star here. Down in 0-2 count. Going to have to fight his way back in here. Two really good pitches, though. Drew Smiley. Smiling after that swing and miss. Just missed it. Not bad timing.
Ball one. That's ball two.
Okay. Hunter having a good day, 2 for 2. And ahead in the count here. Takes a rip at a fastball.
Three balls, one strike.
Okay. We're going to give him the green light to swing. But I would take a walk. Maybe we should have told him not to swing. Good timing on a fastball right down the middle. Popped up. Getting the pitcher getting tired notification from Flexen.
0-1.
But I want to ride him. Pause. I want to ride his arm.
Now batting, the right fielder,
I want him to keep pitching.
Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 2 today with a triple. Hit an absolute piss missile out to left center.
He's out.
But just a little dribbler there. 1 out away from getting to the 7th is Chris Flexen. Gonna rely on this fastball. Really accurate with it. We don't have to rely on spinning a lot of break. Because in the game when pitchers are tired, they lose a lot of their break. So those breaking balls can tend to miss by quite a bit. So we're just going to try and dot out these corners. I'm going to swing and miss.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But he is like out of energy, and I don't want to risk an injury.
now pitching for Chicago,
So let's go to our
71, Keegan.
setup man and our closer, get them warmed up. As this is still technically a save opportunity with only a 2-run lead
1-0.
here in the 7th. Finally, we're facing someone with some decent velocity running this fastball up to 95. Don't think that one's going to do it. That one going to get through. Knocked down, but the throw is not made. So we get a man on with 1 out.
Now batting, the catcher.
Let's see what the young Drew Romo can do. Don't expect much. Especially not when he's swinging and stuff like that. Definitely him, not me. Okay, that one a little bit more hittable.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, get through. It does. Romo singles. Now we have 2 on, 1 out. Starting to build here.
The center fielder.
This team just right now cannot really hit for power. So pretty much just singles and doubles.
Counts 1-0.
Oh, get through. No. That's going to be a double play.
No, he's safe.
Oh my God, Jonathan Dawes is able to actually leg that one out.
Now batting,
And now we have a chance with Charlie Blackmon up. He's due today, 0 for 3.
Blackman.
See what he can do. Good timing. Pitch center of the plate, just a little high, but still. Very hittable pitch, and that one is a fly out. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to have to put out some candy for the trick-or-treaters. BRB. Whoops. All right, I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. The dog is fed. The candy is out for the trick-or-treaters. And then hopefully the dog will stop barking. And hopefully we can get a win here. We have a slim 2-run lead over the Chicago Cubs.
Hey! I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitching has been excellent. Batting has
2
been
strike.
okay. Now we're looking for the back end of our bullpen to put this one away.
Ball 2. 2-2 to count.
Did he go? He did not. Challenge pitch there. Romo's under it. There we go.
Now batting, third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
Hey!
All right. Coke looking real.
Inside.
Did he really not go around there? You really gonna say he didn't go around there? All right. There we go. Coke is looking solid out there so far. Two batters down, 1 more to go, and in a quick 0-2 count. Let's see if we can put Yan Gomez away. And we do. Vicious slider, spinning it to win it. Getting it done. All right, so unless we can put up at least 1 more run, it'll be the closer coming in. Nolan Jones, 2 for 3 with a homer on the stat sheet today. Ooh, very easily could have had one there. Just late on that changeup. And then late on 94. 2 pitches right down the middle. We just can't quite get to him. But we get to that one. McMahon blasts one to the second deck out and right. 106 off the bat. 426 feet deep. You'll love to see it. Keep throwing stuff down the middle and see what happens. You will get flyouts all day. That was 5 pitches, basically right down the middle. We get 1 home run out of it and 2 outs. Oh, Hunter, does he have the power? No. Falls just short of the warning track. But those are some dangerous pitches. I'm glad we made at least 1 count. Get a home run out of there. Extend the lead to 3. And let's get the closer out
Your attention, please.
for a save.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 61,
Ball 1.
Justin Flores.
You already know what's coming. Heavy dose of the slider, or of the sinker. Mix in some sliders.
Ball 1.
Mix in some fastballs.
1-1. Ball 2. Full count.
Spin it to win it. Swung right through it. Sit down, Perdomo.
Cody Bellinger.
And Bellinger. Am I wrong, or did he absolutely waste his time in Chicago? He was not good there, right?
That's ball 2.
Fights off a fastball. Count is even at 2-2.
3-2.
Holy, that was close. We're just going to challenge him, and he stares at a sinker. So 2 real close games, a 2-run win, followed by a 3-run win. Unfortunately, there's not many other wins coming outside of what we're doing. Chris Flexen goes 7, strikes out 9, only allows 3 hits and no earned. We blank the Cubbies. And that helps, but I still think at this point we are too far out of the race to expect to make the wild card. Let's see where we end up here. So far we can only win 1 game a series, which is not a recipe for success. On to San Francisco, division rival. Almost, they're on a little bit of a hot streak, I think, because we were, I want to say, like close to 10 games ahead of them. Split the series so far. Only won 1 out of 4. I think that's pretty much going to kill it for the wild card. And we're 5.5 games back. I guess it's doable, but losing all those games to the Diamondbacks and Cubs, not gonna do good. AAA roster has too many players on it. Probably don't need that many infielders. We get swept by the Padres. Back to the Cubbies. And this has just been, honestly, a terrible month of baseball for Colorado. We are now 70-85. We have only won 2, 4, 6, 7 games this month. The dog is going absolutely ballistic because of trick-or-treaters. I need to go get the collar for him. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry. All right. Had to put the collar. We don't shock him. It just vibrates or beeps at him. But with all the trick-or-treaters, he'll just sit in the window and growl and bark at them. Scare small children. So we use the clicker. Anyway, back to the game. We suck. We lose game 1, game 2, game 3. We take 1 against the Dodgers, I guess. And then Minnesota rounding it out. We get swept. We finish 72-90. Wow. Not good enough for the postseason. No, wow. Shocker. The regular season has come to an end. Let's take a look at how the team performed for the year, and then we'll get into the offseason. How do I want to look at this? All right, we'll just go to the lineups. So Jonathan Daza led the way with a 318 average. Pretty good. Improved a little bit on power. I mean, best season for slugging, 462. That's very low. Has a 4.6 WAR, so really happy to see him. Charlie Blackmon, 279 average. His best in the last 3 years. On base was good. Slugging was low. But a 1.6 WAR. We take that. Nolan Jones. Beat potential overall going down, regressing. I don't really know what we do with him. He was close to leading the team in home runs, right behind Ryan McMahon with 24 and 26 respectively. I don't know what we do with him. I mean, those are solid batting numbers, but even with that, he was regressing. McMahon, I like him. He improved a lot. Improved his contact versus lefties and his power versus lefties by quite a bit. Tough to see that vision go down, so I'm assuming he's just swinging and missing a lot. But all in all, pretty good season. 773 OPS and a 3.7 WAR. Brendan Rodgers, he continues to progress. Kind of same thing. We're seeing a lot of progression, which is good. Now, we're not seeing outstanding statistics, but positive WAR across the board from pretty much all of our position players. We went out and got Hunter Renfroe before the trade deadline. Got him off out of free agency. Came in and had an impact. Really slumped the last half of the year. At one point, he was batting around 260, and this last month just absolutely shut down. Went ice cold. Finished the season with 200 at bats, 206 average, and an OPS below 700. Negative WAR. I doubt he makes it, but we'll see. Tofar, still just another young player that's improving. Again, the stats aren't jumping off the page. He gets on base. He can hit it decent, just not with power. Positive WAR. Makes an impact on defense. Chris Bryant, okay. 31 C potential, not regressing is kind of a good sign. But pretty common trend here. Low OPS. Positive WAR. So we play defense, we get on base. And then young Drew Romo, he got the call up from AA to MLB after injury. I mean, a 65 overall with not great hitting stats, hitting 207 with a 305 slug is kind of what you would expect. He did manage to hit 2 dingers somehow, and did have a positive WAR at .1. So I don't know. I think catcher might be a piece that we look for. Somehow Jake Cave managed to hit. The problem is in the outfield, he's a little slow. His reaction time is dog shit. So he's kind of a liability out there. I don't know. We have a long way to go. And then pitching was actually the surprising thing. I expected most of our pitchers to end this year with a 5+ ERA. We did not. Lucas Giolito, who we traded for, had massive improvements. I'm looking to extend him after this year. He's going to probably be like our ace for now. I really want to go after someone in free agency to kind of round this out, but I want to keep Jermaine Marquez in there. 4.37 is not great, but for his abilities, I'm happy with that. Same way with Austin Gomber. Ratings-wise, he's dog shit, but somehow he manages to put together some decent game. And Lambert, I don't know. I just don't understand how you have Lambert as 72 overall. The walk per 9 is the big difference maker. You got to have a high walk per 9 to simulate well. Unless you're Kyle Freeland, in which case you just, I don't know, 1.63 whip, you're just giving up a ton of hits. Yeah, giving up 217 hits in 182 innings is a recipe for failure. I mean, they're just not good. But the bright spot is that we had Matt Koch and Justin Lawrence pretty solid back into the bullpen. I mean, those aren't stellar numbers, but it's doable. We just really slumped at the back end of our of the year, and then down in the minors, their seasons have already ended, and so we don't get to see their stats. It's just the way the game works for some unknown reason. So let's get to it. We'll advance a couple weeks, check in on the world or on the playoffs. So we actually have the Mariners in here in the ALCS versus the Orioles. That's interesting. Okay. And then, of course, we have the Dodgers versus the Braves, to no one's surprise. Seattle takes a 2-0 lead over Baltimore. Baltimore gets the game back. The Dodgers and the Braves are 2 games apiece. Dodgers take a 3-2 lead. Seattle now with a 3-2 lead. Braves tied up 3 apiece, and the Braves beat the Dodgers. And so we have an Atlanta Braves, Seattle Mariners World Series. Didn't have that on my bingo card. Braves take game 1, Braves take game 2, Braves take game 3, Braves are going to sweep. Braves sweep the Mariners in 4 games. All right. Yeah, we're only an hour and 48 minutes into this one. It's only 6. Let's go ahead and hop in to the off season. We have Tyler Ahern, a closing pitcher at 26 years old, is going to retire due to ability. Very self-aware man, knows that he is not very good at the game. Can appreciate that. Miguel Cabrera, Miggy, Detroit legend, is inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Robinson Cano also gets into the Hall of Fame. Okay. All right. Staff-wise, let's see. Bud Buck, Black, whatever. You suck. You're fired. Josh Billy, you suck. You're fired. Braden Dia, you suck. You're fired. And Eric Flores, you also suck. You're fired. We're going with an entire new coaching staff. We are cleaning house. And we are going to start. I don't really need +3 to bunting, though. Here we go. Vision +3, discipline +2, control and fielding, all good. Bobby Gelman. How would you like to come be the Colorado Rockies manager for the next 5 years for $5 million a year? Hitting coach, just give me someone that doesn't hurt the team. I'll take that. Because we don't bunt. $4 million a year for the next 4 years. Pitching coach. Who just doesn't hurt us? That works. We'll go 3 years. 2 and a little bit a year. First base coach. $2 years, $2 million. Third base coach. William Thayer. Let's give you 2 years, $2 million a year as well. And lastly, a farm director. +3K per 9 is nice. All right. So we have max interest on all of our coaches. We're looking to to get a top-tier coaching staff, entice some players in from free agency. Clean slate. All right, exclusive free agents. Lucas Giolito. Let's make an offer. $5 years, $12 million a year. I'm actually okay with that. And in fact, like, I don't know why. I just feel really good about him. I'm willing to go 5 years. I'm actually going to up this. Don't normally do this. Try and get, try and cheat. But I'm also used to playing with the A's, where you have 75 million as opposed to 120 million. Don't want to overpay, but for his performance, I think 13 million is fine. Hunter Renfroe, he was not great and he regressed quite a bit. We will not re-sign him. Charlie Blackmon, of course, the man, the myth, the legend. We'll sign him for 2 more years. For $3 million, that's a steal for DH. Would love if he had some power, but he's been the face of the franchise. He's always been a Rocky. He will always stay a Rocky. Dinelson Lamet, we got him via trade. He turned out to be pretty good. 3.27 ERA and 1.39 WHIP. One of his better years. He's 31 years old, but he is solid. I'd be willing to go for another, let's call it, I'd be willing to go 3 years. We'll up this to $3 million. I guess we don't have to. 2.7, okay. And Brent Suter, not a great year, but also not terrible. He progressed a little bit, and he's a lefty, which we need. I will give you 1 year for 1.5. That's fine. If he walks, he walks. But ratings-wise, it looks like he could have a good season. We're also looking, 68 innings. I'm fine with that. Okay. So there is our exclusive free agents. We have offers out on Giolito, Charlie Blackmon, and Brent Suter. Okay? No rebrands. Let's go ahead and sim to free agency. William Thayer accepts our third base contract. Anthony Carabello takes the Royals first base coaching offer. Okay. What did I say? So we need a first base coach. Who doesn't hurt the team? Looks like PJ Jensen. How would you like to join for 2 years or 3 years at about, let's say, 1.8 million? Okay. Max interest there. Craig Compton accepts our offer as our pitching coach. Russell Rivers accepts our offer as hitting coach. Stanley Isaac accepts our offer as farm director. Last day to tender qualified offers. We do not need to stop simulating. And Bobby Gelman has accepted our offer as manager for the next 5 years. So we have a pretty solid coaching staff. All A's. The only detriment is Russell Rivers hurts our drag bunting, but no one ever bunts in the league, and we don't especially. We still have offers out on first base coach PJ Jensen. I expect he will sign. Now we need to select our 40-man, or more importantly, we need to see who the hell needs to come off the 40-man. Let's see. Ryan Felter, you're gone. Not gone, but you're off the 40-man. Oh, my God. Let's see. We ended up putting Harold Castro on the 40-man. I just don't know if we keep him. Montero, probably not going to be on the 40-man. The rest of these guys, we'll leave for now. We have 29. We only have 30 on the 40. We have 30 men on the 40-man roster, so we have plenty of space. Let's go through our tender contracts. Nolan Jones, good stats. It's just troublesome a little bit to see someone regressing, but a 3.7 WAR is pretty solid. What did that say? Nolan Jones does not have enough MLB service time to be eligible for salary arbitration. If you have not reached an agreement on a contract by February 13th, you may renew his contract at any price greater than 80% of his salary from last season. Okay. So we can lowball the shit out of him, is basically what he's saying. But even though he is regressing, he has B potential. He had good stats. I think that warrants, and especially for the price, 5 years, $2.6 million, that makes him very tradable down the road. We'll offer him a little over that, 2.8. I'm sure he will accept. And we have a solid right fielder or third baseman. Ezekiel Tofor, kind of the same thing. Young, progressing. I like where he's headed. Let's give him... How old is he? He's only 22. This is something I did with the A's where I found young people that I felt like I could believe in. And we gave them very long contracts, hoping that they develop. The numbers don't jump off the page for me. Like a 660 OPS isn't crazy. A 1.2 WAR isn't stellar. Let's keep it reasonable. We'll go 4 years. 1.9. Hell, we'll go up to 2. And we'll see how he progresses. It's a very tradable contract as well. Let's see. Brendan Doyle, center fielder. I don't know. Like, we don't need these players, but we can't cut everyone who's bad because then we don't have a team. So we'll just do some small contracts here. Keep these guys on the roster, if anything, just till we can find, or until we draft better options. But, I mean, quite literally, if we were to just cut everyone that sucks, we just wouldn't have any roster. There's just not enough free agents, I don't think, to rebuild that. Also, what the fun is that? Just signing 1 billion free agents in a year. So these guys are going to get contracts that they don't deserve. Excuse me. But such is the way. Toglia, I feel like we could probably extend him. It's only $1 million a year. He's a suitable backup. He at least has some upside. Koch did well at the back end, but 33 years old for another 4 years, probably not. We'll give him another 2-year deal, $800K, easy. Oh, you're on waivers. Okay. Ryan Rollison, starting pitcher. I mean, I don't think we need to spend that much on a 66 overall. He's probably not going to be in the rotation. But most of these guys, these contracts are under $2 million. Romo, actually, even though his stats suck, I want to at least get him on contract for, like, say, 4 years. Because at the very least, he's going to probably be our backup. but very well could end up being our starter, which is kind of scary. But that's just the position we're in, unless we can make a crazy trade or sign someone in free agency. And actually, I have a trade in mind. Don't know if I want to do it, but I'm thinking about going after an A's catcher. They have a lot of depth at catcher. They're young. They have quite a bit of talent coming up. Oh my gosh, what is this? How much am I paying you? $750. Okay. If anything, we could save so much money just by getting rid of all these D potential guys that we're paying, $1 million or $2 million a year instead of, $100K, $200K. Really not putting a lot of thought into these, just trying to get through this as expeditiously as possible. Okay. Put a whole bunch of contracts out there. If anything, maybe we just start wrapping these guys, grab 3D potential guys and try and trade for a C potential guy, something like that. But now's the fun part. Free agency. The year's 2023, so Shohei. And it's funny because it looks like the Dodgers are actually going to sign him, which is fine. I was just shitting on Cody Bellinger. He actually had a really good season, at least in the game. So Chicago's going to sign him again. Blake Snell has a qualifying offer made. I don't want to offer on anyone that has a qualifying offer because then we lose a draft pick. Clayton Kershaw. Dodgers still want to sign him. So what do we got? Jordan Montgomery. It looks pretty solid. Price tag, pretty good. Aaron Nola. Okay. There's Lucas Giolito, who we're going after. Michael Wacha, Kyle Gibson, Mike Clevenger, Kenta Maeda. Number of decent pitchers. Would like someone a little bit younger, though. But not a lot of offers. Willie Sedino, though, somehow just sitting here out in free agency. B potential, 23 years old, 70 overall. Let's get you under a contract. Percy Curry, B potential, 67 overall. Let's get you on contract. Who are all these random free agents that are just sitting here? Bobby Brubaker, 80 hit per 9. We'll take a shot in the dark on you. So quite a bit of depth we can add here. That's relatively young. Willie Palacios. These must be rookie, free agents that didn't sign with their teams. That's the only thing I can think of. I like that high walk per 9. Oh my goodness, look at all these B potential, C potential guys that are young. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. In that case, let's go back to our contract tenders. Let's go to starting pitchers, and then let's withdraw some of these offers. I'm confident that we're going to sign a number of these guys. So, like, Nick Mears, he's 27. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. We'll keep him. 26, 26, 25, 23, and 28. Okay. All right, so we get to drop 2 older D potential guys. How many? Oh my God, that's so many relief pitchers. I'm confident we can find better guys. We're just going to start cutting some of these guys. Like, I know there's some D potential guys that can play relatively well, but we don't need to re-sign, 30 relief pitchers. Okay. Because otherwise our roster will be completely full and we won't have space for anyone. Okay. Back to starting pitching. We got Jordan Montgomery, a lefty. He's been pretty consistent the last few years. Positive WAR. Aaron Nola, same thing, maybe a little bit less consistent, but really high WAR. Both these guys are qualified but not getting qualified offers. I think we're going to go after Jordan Montgomery here. Get a lefty in the lineup as well. Yeah. We'll offer him 4 years and actually above asking price 13.5. Puts us well in the lead. Okay. Relief pitching. What do we need? Anyone. Phil Maton, you could be a guy. How about 3 years, 5.5? Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. 4 years, 5.5. Gives us a little bit of an edge. Matt Moore, a little too old. Just cruising down, looking for consistent stats. Guys that aren't too old. How about 3 years, 3 million? Okay. We don't need to replace our whole bullpen, right? Trevor Rosenthal just didn't get a contract last year. I'll bring him in for 1 year. All right. So we got like 3 or 4 offers out there. Now let's see if there's any more of those like young free agent guys sitting down the board that maybe we can look at to develop. Oh my God, 12 walk per 9? Brother, that's tough. But 27 with C potential. He just didn't get a contract last year. I'll offer him for 2 years. Less than $1 million. Any other like maybe or like rookies that didn't sign, like Rob Cortez, C potential lefty, only 20 years of age, has no control, but for 1 year, all of these rookies that just didn't sign with their teams. It costs us literally almost nothing to see if these guys can improve. Right? We're dumping a bunch of D potential guys and we can replace them with younger C potential guys. So let's do that. All right, we'll do maybe like one more. There's one right here. Yeah, he looks okay. Why not? Okay. Closing pitchers. We could, I mean, our back end is okay, but having a Josh Hader. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at these closing, like these rookies out here. A potential. I mean, he's 28 and he's only a 64, but with this guy's 20 years old with A potential. Like, what are these guys doing just sitting here? We're going to have to go back to our contracts here. Go to our relief pitchers, and we're just going to have to. Well, he's 24. Like, basically anyone with D potential's got to go. We can replace all these guys with younger C, B, and A potential guys. Okay. Now, do we go after a Josh Hader? I mean, the Astros are only offering 5 for 60. He only wants $14 million a year. Absolutely, I would offer Josh Hader for 5 years. Okay. Now then, we need a catcher. badly. Or do we? Right? So Mitch Garver, not great behind the plate defensively, but power wise, holy. Also crushes lefties, which we need. Let's give him an offer. Maybe like, how old is he? 33. And then we have Elias Diaz, who's also 33 and only 75 overall. We might alternate these guys, like one versus righties, one versus lefties. Or maybe he's just a starter. Let's go 2 years, 10 mil. All right. Elvis Andrews is still on here. Holy. Chappie. We could try and get Chappie. The problem is we don't really need infielders. What we need is outfielders. We need guys who can play defense and hit. I mean, Isaiah Kiner Falefa, maybe utility piece. I think we could probably do better. About Michael Brantley? No. Could go and take Adam Duvall. I mean, he plays multiple positions. Still decent defense, good bat. Just that vision super low. Hit 34 home runs. Do we have any more of those like rookies that didn't sign? Yeah, there's some guys down here. Juan Hernandez, B potential, 21 years old. Holy speed. We'll sign him. I mean, A potential. Only 20 years old. We'll offer. Okay. Still not super impressed. The qualifying offer made to Cody Bellinger. I don't think we go after him and give up a draft pick. Adam Duvall, maybe, but like I don't want to just sign a bunch of 35-year-olds for a year or two. I want to find pieces that are going to last here. I would like to find just like one, at least. I mean, Harrison Bader, he at least hits lefties well, which you need. Great defense, good speed. He's 29. He's not awful versus righties, but he's not great. Good vision, though. Bad discipline. Let's offer. I'll go 4 years, 9.5. That puts us in the lead. Quality starter while we bring up someone. Would love to see some of those undrafted or like unsigned rookies down here. No one really for left field. We already found some center fielders, right? Yep. The right fielders down here. 19, only 51 overall. That's pretty tough. Okay. I mean, we have so many offers out right now. I mean, all right. So I think right now we just need to simulate some days, see who signs, make sure we don't go over the amount of people that we can have on our team. I think dumping a bunch of these relief pitchers, though, are going to give us a ton of room. We're not going to renew his contract. Let's drop Servan. Let's drop Palma. Just start. I probably should have combed through these a little bit better. Like, we don't need 60 potential guys down here. Like, we're losing a lot of youth. But we can literally go out and sign anyone for a better deal. Okay. We're going to sim. All right, so the Rockies have reached the max. Oh my God, this is so annoying. I hate when this happens. So we went through all that, but we reached the maximum roster size and cannot sign any more free agents. So any offers that didn't get accepted are now withdrawn. Oh my God, that's so annoying. So like Noah Davis here, we're not going to offer him a contract, but he's still showing up on our roster. Oh my God, dude. And so it's saying we're over. And so all of those guys that we found. So we got Jordan Montgomery. That's kind of a big deal. We got Harrison Bader. That's good. And we got Phil Maton. So we got a lot of guys that we got a starting pitcher, center fielder. Okay. So now we've reached our max size. So now I'm just going to have to go through and start cutting people. We have 23 starting pitchers. I can cut some of these guys. And we can be super selective, right? Like a 22-year-old deep potential guy, he can get released. Kyle Freeland. Oh my God, how are you getting that contract? That's crazy. Start cutting some of these. Even like 26 right now is old compared to what we have. We have so many relief pitchers. This is so frustrating. Like, it should be offer contract, don't offer contract, or release, right? So that you don't run into this. Because I just spent so much time finding guys to sign, and now I have to do it all over again. Oh my God. I was on all. Okay, whatever. Just getting a little frustrated. But we're all right. Okay. Like, why are these people on here? Okay. So we still have a bunch of tender contracts to do, but I cut a lot of those guys. So I'm glad I checked because now. Oh, we also have our arbitration eligible players. Okay. Goodness gracious. So Lucas Giolito, we need to offer him. And then I think we got all of these young guys down here that looked pretty good. Okay, that's probably good. Relief pitchers. There were some C potential guys down here, I think, right? Staring at these menus is gonna like give me a headache. But there was a lot of closing pitchers, right? Yes. And that's who we really wanted to go after. Even if we only make these guys just like straight relief pitchers. Okay. Catchers. We wanted to sign Garver, right? Like 2 years. At least gives us an option. We didn't go after any first basemen. But we'll sign, like, he's got contact, no power. Let's start looking for some of these guys, like some of these rookies that can take the place of some of these guys that we cut with like D potential and stuff. Like, do they develop all the way? Probably not, but at least it's something. We didn't go after because we didn't need it. We don't need infield. Like, why is there an A potential guy down here? Like, that's crazy. Actually, no, we don't want that. Shortstop. Like, this almost feels like a cheat code. But we're getting some depth. It's not like we're getting... Oh, he has no defense. But maybe he could DH in the future. He's 27, 70. I don't think that's worth it. Like, yeah. I think we're okay. All right, we got our center fielder. I think there was some center fielders down here, though, that were young. Like, we just... Like, look at this guy. Does he actually develop at B potential 54 overall? I don't know. But it's in... There are options. And if, you know, that's part of, like, one of the new things that they introduced in this game was, you know, having to sign your rookies. And if they don't sign, then they just become free agents, or you can try and draft them in next year's draft, right? So that is exactly what we're doing. We're going after these guys that didn't sign with other ball clubs. They're a long way, like a long, long way from being MLB ready, but they at least give us some depth and some, like, potential growth opportunity down in the minors, which we are sorely lacking. All right, so again, ton of contracts offered. We have salary arbitration, though. So Brendan Rodgers, he needs a contract. I mean, I feel like a 5-year deal is fine. I think I'd rather go with like 3 years. Like, he only slugged 433. His power went up a lot, though. OPS close to 2.4 WAR. Let's go 4 years. 7.7 is fine. Peter Lambert, he's cheap, but I don't know if he sees the rotation. Jonathan Daza was excellent. I'll give him 4 years, even though he's 30. Jake Cave, backup bat, maybe just like 2 years at like 1.5. Gomber was okay. I'll give him 3 years at 3.5. Harold Castro, you get like a 1-year deal. We did not use you. And then Ty Blanche, you can walk. We'll offer arbitration 2.7 for Rogers. Jonathan Daza, We'll also arbitration at like 1 mil. Lambert, we'll go up to 830. That's reasonable. And I think we're good with that. We'll offer arbitration on Gomber. Okay. So there's arbitration, tender contracts, free agency. Oh my goodness. We don't really have anything that we can trade except for maybe Nolan Jones. But I just re-signed him. Just don't see anyone right now that I want to part ways with. We finally get our first base coach. Cleveland claimed some old ass crappy pitcher. All right, arbitration. Still got our offers out. Contracts. Serven. We're not giving an offer. Okay. Anyone out here that is at the top of the board that doesn't have offers? Adam Duvall could sign him to a 1-year deal. He's kind of slow. Hit 34 home runs though. So right now we would have Harrison Bader, Jonathan Daza, Nolan Jones, Chris Bryant. How much would he cost? For 1 year, 9 mil? I don't think I'll pull the trigger on that. Hey, babe. All right. So let's sim. The Padres sign Ohtani. That's crazy. All right. So our tender contracts. Those guys are gone. Arbitration's good. Free agency. Hader's still out there. Do we move on a closer? We have 60 million. Teoscar Hernandez. Not a bad option. Still Adam Duvall. You know what? I'm going to offer Duvall a 1 year, 9.5, take it or leave it kind of thing. Sim a few more days. All right, so everyone except for Jonathan Daza just accepted the contract we offered. And then free agency, anyone still out there? Old man Clayton Kershaw. I mean, do we want to pay $15 million for A closing pitcher that will either give us a 5 ERA or a sub 2 ERA. It's worrisome. I think we're getting enough out of what we have. This guy should be really good. But it doesn't look like he simulates well for some reason. Aaron Nola's still out there for just $7 mil apiece. Jamer Candelario looks like he should be amazing, but he doesn't hit well. His WAR's not great. I think our infield is okay. All right. Okay, so Mitch Garver ends up going to the Mets. Kind of puts us in a little bit of a bind. But I guess we're just going to run with Diaz and our backup, the young guy. We could go out for some of those old guys who can hit, but I think we're okay. So we have Jordan Montgomery, Marquez, Flexen. We'll see how Dollander does in the minors. Lambert, Senzatella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our 5. Gomber. Okay, so we have some options. Relief pitching, not great. We're going to take some of these closing pitchers and make them relief pitchers. Okay. Adam Duvall. Oh my gosh, Giolito's still on the fence. Let's wrap this one up. 5 years. 13.6. He'll sign for that for sure. Let's just go ahead and offer Duvall 10.5. And then let's get another relief pitcher. We'll give Rosenthal a shot, see how he does on a 1-year deal. I mean, ratings-wise, Wandy Peralta does not look great, but he gets results. We'll offer him a 1-year deal as well. So he gets a couple relievers. See if we can get an infielder as well. Elder Ramirez. Can't really play outfield, but second and center is so weird. Yeah, I think we sign Gamer Candelario, sign the 3 years, $7 mil, sure. Well-rounded player, can play multiple infield positions, which we need. Go to the next round of free agency. All right, so we got Adam Duvall. We got Candelario, Harrison Bader. Got Giolito. Got Rosenthal. Okay. Let's get to the winter meetings. Aaron Nola's still out here? Sign the deal, man. Get to the Rule 5 draft. Make sure not to simulate it, because otherwise... Oh, this is the draft lottery. Okay. All right. So we fall one spot. We'll have a number 10 pick. Would have been nice to jump up, but that's the way it goes. Cardinals go from 11th to 1st. That's disgusting. That's so broken. Okay. So top 10 pick, Rule 5 draft coming up. This is what I was saying. We have to make sure to enter the draft. That way we don't... Because if you simulate it, you're going to end up with someone terrible that you don't want on your team that you'll be forced to play. So we simulate that, or skip through it. Let's get to arbitration. Okay. All right, don't have any contracts to renew. Anyone left in free agency? I don't think so. Okay. All right. So we got through our first off season. We made some improvements. We are now the 22nd ranked team. Our pitching went up quite a bit. Power went up by a lot. And how are we looking? So let's see. We signed Jordan Montgomery. We re-signed Lucas Giolito. I don't think we go Chris Fleck, and then let's see. We signed a bunch of young guys to replace our deep potential guys. So basically revamped our entire farm system. We signed Phil Maton, Gene Larkin, the rookie comes in. We signed Trevor Rosenthal and Wandy Peralta. Okay. We had a bunch of these closing pitchers. That's kind of crazy. But we'll probably send them to be relief pitchers and cut some of these deep potential guys in a year or so. We'll just let them, I don't know, we'll put them somewhere. We ended up not being able to get a catcher, but we still have Elias Diaz. Again, at pretty much every position, we went down and found some guys like this, like J.D. Rodriguez, 20 years old, A potential. Michael McIntosh, 18 years old, B potential. We'll give these guys some looks. We sign Yamer Candelario. We also get Adam Duvall and Harrison Bader join the team at center field. So we have a lot more outfield options. We have an additional infield option. We have some depth now down here. So, I don't know. Did we make a huge leap forward? Probably not, but we're better than we are last year, and we're poised for season 2. We should be fighting for a wild card spot. We have a lot of young rookies that may make their MLB debut, so we have a lot to do. I'm really excited about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe and like. It would really mean a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one.